Hey guys, this is a quad review here, bringing you an updated review of the Gripzilla Tornado and the Satsuki Super Bison. Um, First positive of this one here, the Super Bison, is that the resistance is very easy to change. You just turn it up like so, and it gets very hard to turn. Like you can keep doing it. It's really hard. So the resistance wise, this thing is really, really good. The only really negative is actually this joint, because it makes moves more complicated. It's actually kind of just making it more complicated for no reason. Like, I guess there's more range of motion, but for me, I find it uncomfortable sometimes to do the horn breaking like so. It's just more complex, and the resistance doesn't seem to affect this joint. So it kind of just, it's the joint still moves, so it's not like a tighter joint. Another kind of weird negative of this is that it looks like the paint wears a little bit here, but I guess that's design. So as I said before, if you get one in the mail and this thing is worn a little bit, then it's been used, especially getting it from Amazon. You got to be careful, because Amazon, I did know when to sell used products and never tell you, but this was new. But when you see something like this, it might be used from Amazon. So overall, this is a good piece of equipment. I use it on a daily. It's great. When you definitely need more strength maneuvers, like when they do in the extra, in the videos of Gripzilla, when you're trying to do that like this and trying to do the arm wrestling, supposedly, this is the one I would go to for doing that sort of purpose, because this gets really, really tight. So this is why I use this one. Now, this one here, the Gripzilla Tornado, they fixed the resistance. So the resistance is definitely better. It's good for doing like the bike, because the bike is, to me, it's just simplicity, right? So I kind of prefer it for that. But with the resistance wise, it's better, and it's still pretty, it's okay, it's good. But when you're trying to change it, as I said before, it's more awkward. And then, for example, if you're trying to make it looser, like you do like so, just a little bit, you have to adjust it, and then it gets really loose. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's kind of awkward to try to change its resistance. Like, you're either getting all or nothing. If you go back to tightening, of course, and you tighten it up more, bammo, you have more resistance. You can keep on going. But that's like kind of awkward. It bothers me a little bit that you have to, when you adjust it, sometimes you just like lose resistance completely, And then if you get tighter, it gets tighter, and then you have to keep on tightening it. It's just awkward to kind of do it. So that's kind of a pain. Metal handles actually do feel comfortable. I just wish the Bison trainer had metal handles. If you look, I guess, at the handle comparison, I think the Bison is actually, well, they're pretty thick. I think maybe the Bison was a little bit longer. Oh, no, the same size, give or take. So the Bison trainer's handles are a little bit of its weak point, because you're always afraid of them cracking. I've used them, they haven't cracked yet. I mean, Amazon says they crack. I mean, the only thing I could theorize is that this resistance gets so high in the Bison trainer, it could just crack them somehow. But I haven't had any issues yet, and I've cranked it up pretty high. So yeah, the handles on this do win out. But like certain awkward movements, like certain movements here are good, but they're not as good in the Bison in terms of for resistance. And the resistance changes it's more annoying. I mean, if I would go with one, to be honest with you, I'd probably still recommend the Bison trainer. I mean, if you like the Gripzilla's looks, I mean, still give you a good workout now that the resistance is fixed, but like, it's kind of annoying to adjust it, but still, the resistance is there. You tighten it up even more, but do with this a little more, but it's just awkward. That's the only thing that bothers me. It's just like a pain. It's just like the simple term resistance mechanism that they do have just makes it so much easier. Now, another negative of the Bison versus the Gripzilla is that the Gripzilla at least comes with an extra pad, which kind of bothers me, because this has got a lot of resistance, but eventually the pads wear, right? Gripzilla gives you an extra one, so you're getting more use out of the Gripzilla because you automatically have an extra pad. That's really kind of, you know, the only really negative of the Bison is that they don't sell extra pads with, they don't give you an extra pad with the machine. Bison comes fully assembled. This comes in pieces, but it's very easy to assemble. So, I mean, as I said, this is just, you know, a quick review. What's the downside, upside of each? Right now, I'm still going with the Bison. You know, I mean, the Bison does have overall the more resistance in it. The Super Bison definitely has more resistance for doing moves like this. You know, you have to crank this all the way up and see if it gets loose and you have to tighten it up again. You know, you have to crank it more. This one, you could easily, as I demonstrated, get a lot of resistance out of it. No problem, like with one section. But if I was going to do like the bike, this one will be a little bit better because you can, it's just the way it's designed. I mean, I guess the first Bison is similar to this, you know. But, you know, doing this, it just feel more comfortable. See, this one is tough. You have to adjust back, you know, and do all this. And you have to play with it and see, like, I have to be careful not to strip it or whatever the hell it is. So that's kind of awkward. That's why, you know, see, like, doing this is better, more comfortable for me with this than with this because there's that piece in between. Makes it just a little bit more complex and, you know, see what I'm saying? It's just kind of annoying when you're breaking horns. It's like, so you have to do this, you know. You have to work around it. This one, break horns, you know, no problem, you know. That's the things. But resistance-wise, this one definitely beats it. So, I mean, hope this video, like, helps you a little bit. I know it's all over the place, but this is what I found when I use these two machines together. I've been using them both. Like, I've been using one machine for the bike and then going to this one for the higher resistance sort of moves. But overall, I'm going to be honest still, this isn't bad now that the resistance is fixed. So you can't go wrong with it, just at the awkwardness of the adjustment. But right now, maybe Bison would work. I mean, there's Bisons with that same piece here, that easy adjust. I'm keeping an eye out on, of course, the handles to see if they break. And if they do break, you're getting an update. If they break, I'm definitely updating you. But so far, they're holding up very well. So thank you for watching, and have a good one, guys.